What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. It's the Moral Compass, Poppy, and this is the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club, episode 26. Today we're talking about A Christmas Horror Story, which may be one of the best films we've ever reviewed, at least in my opinion, but we'll get the panel's opinion. And as of right now, the panel consists of me and Dexter Weeks. What's up, Dex?
What's going on, everyone? I gotta agree with you,
Enrico.
Mark. I gotta agree.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty decent, man. Pretty decent.
yeah. We'll get into it, but yeah, it was. I love when we have good movies to talk about, but sometimes when we have bad movies to talk about, people really seem to enjoy it.
I get all fired up. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been a busy week. We did a lot of signing this weekend, Dex.
Yeah, my wrist is killing me, man.
I had you sign 300 trading cards,
Yeah.
and I think almost 300 books as well. We're talking about Koni Waves. Where is the book? Here it is, right here. Beautiful book. I think it's the best book I've published so far. I mean, we can debate it when Writhe Payne comes out later this month, hopefully. But man, I was so pleased with this, Dex. This is the book we started our comic book career on back in
Yeah.
2006,
Yeah.
and to finally like put it out like the way I always imagined it,
Agreed. Yeah.
it's a great feeling.
Certainly is. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Beautiful work by Renzo. Beautiful colors by you. You got to be a front runner, Dex, for Colorist of the Year in the Haunted Pizza Awards.
I don't know about that. That Ride and Pain looks pretty damn good. So.
But guys, I packaged up 70 packages this weekend, so you should start getting your notifications. Right now, we just have the Irene covers in, and the OC Comic Con exclusive covers, which we'll have this weekend, this next weekend in Ocean City, Maryland. Looking forward to that convention. They always treat us great. But sorry about that. Tex, why don't you tell them about the convention while I take a drink?
All right. Yeah, Ocean City Comic Con in Maryland. It's pretty damn good. I mean, it's been Mark and I have been doing it for, probably over 5 years, and it seems to get bigger and bigger every year. And the people are pretty real good there. Yeah, we do well every year. And I think next year they're going to be doing 2 days instead of just one. For like a 1 day con, it's one of the best cons I look forward to every year. So
Oh yeah, it's a great convention. They treat us like we're big deals.
yeah,
We get our own like booth with huge backing and like drapery. Like they usually do that for the
yeah,
big stars.
stars.
But everyone there gets it. I'm excited, Dex. We were talking about this, but the actor who portrayed Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Reptile is going to be there. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I'm bringing this to get signed this coming weekend. I got my Storm Collectibles Reptile figure.
Nice.
A little glare, but this thing is gorgeous. It's going to look great with a nice green paint pen right on the window, signed by the actor. So I'm excited. We also have the blue Space Power Rangers there, and I have a figure from him as well to get signed. So I love when a convention. Here's the Power Ranger one, so that'll look great
Nice.
signed as well. But when I can not only enjoy it as a exhibitor, but I can get a little geeky fan stuff done as well. It's rewarding.
Yeah, they seem to have the guest list is pretty decent this year for a little con. I mean, it's not like one of the big ones like Wizard
Yeah,
World or anything, but yeah,
I
and
know. I know you're excited. Dak is going to be there. For the
I am.
Star Wars fans in the chat, do you
Yes.
know who Dak is? If not, Dex has beef with you.
I'm super stoked they actually got a Star Wars
Yeah.
actor there, so I'm definitely going to check him out and get an autograph and picture. So
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're getting there. Chase and I and Sean, we're going to get there Friday. set up early and then just take it easy the rest of the day for the convention Sunday. Like you said, next year it'll start being a 2-day convention, and I can't wait for that because it's just such a great time, especially Christmas season. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's become a holiday tradition for us.
And Haunted Pizza, we're pretty much running we got a
Oh,
whole aisle, right?
we took over a whole row in Artist Alley.
Yeah.
It'll be me, and I have Goldie and Brett Waters, the Golden Era, with me, as well as my son Chase, who's worked on a ton of books. You're going to be there. Sean, Enrico, Chris Graves. Haunted Pizza will be well represented. So
Yeah, it's
if
gonna
you're,
be great.
yeah, I got the new big banner with all the projects on it. So I want tons of pictures of everyone in front of the banner. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, can't wait.
But I've neglected the chat far too long. We got a few people in the chat. Of course, we got the queen of the chat, Amanda B. She was first this week on the late episode of Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. It's way past my bedtime, Dex. I'm usually asleep by now.
Yeah, me too. Amanda
uh,
B's, there you go.
yeah, this late night waiting is for the birds. I agree. I'm sorry I had a signing today, and then I grabbed some dinner afterwards, and then I had a nice phone conversation with John Malin. So hopefully I'm heading out to Michigan soon to sign some Omega Storm for people. It'll be a great end of the year. Koni Waves, Omega Storm, and Writhe Payne hitting your mailboxes. So as far as I'm concerned, they're the three best books of the year.
Yeah, Amanda B, fresh out of the beauty salon too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, looking great, Amanda. Mark Pengren, Ice Pick. Yeah, it's bedtime, but I must respect and support Mark Poulton. Here, here. Thank you, Mark Pengren.
Somebody has to.
Someone, yeah. The little respect I get around here on this show. Where is Chris Graves? He's probably drowning in his tears from that Eagles game.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, man. So
Amanda B wants to know when are the Haunted Pizza Awards, the most prestigious awards in all of comics, the Haunted Pizza Awards. I haven't decided a time or date. We'll probably do them on an episode of Revolution. I got to figure out the nominees. What a historic year for Haunted Pizza.
yeah,
So,
it's gonna be
but
tough.
I would say Dexter Weeks is a front runner for some of these awards, especially Letterer of the Year. I believe you lettered all the books this year.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's my thank you to all the great people I work for or work with. Um, and hey, if I'm the only person who writes books at Haunted Pizza, you know, a writer has to be awarded, Dex, or it's not
yeah,
a true award show.
yeah, you're a shoo-in, man. No biggie.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Well, so this year, so I don't know how to do it. So the story for Koni Waves is me, but Mandy Summers adapted my screenplay for it.
True.
So,
And then you
you
got
know,
Newt involved, right? Too, or
yeah, Newt helped me with the screenplay. So, is it written by Mark Poulton, Mandy Summers, and Newt Wallen? I don't know. That's a tough decision,
yeah,
but
it is.
we got to consider that. I got to talk to the committee, the awards committee at Haunted Pizza. We'll figure it all out. There won't be any shenanigans. Like we call it right down the middle here at Haunted Pizza, Dex.
Yeah,
No shenanigans. Um, I know a lot of people say I only give the awards to local people, so I don't have to mail these big packages. That's not true. That's not true at all. I sent one out to Shelby in Arizona.
oh,
Um, I
nice.
sent I sent one out to Mike McMahon, Greg Paulson. So I distribute the wealth. Speaking of Mike McMahon, we got Mike in the chat. What's up, Mike? Have fun, guys. I'm headed to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the witching hour is not a good time for a show for us.
Especially with kids.
Our audience is is in bed by now.
All over 40, you know what I mean?
Oh, look at this. Luke's Gunner in Empire. Mike McMahon knows who Dak is.
My man, yep.
As
Yep.
well, Dex wanted me to test someone's geek cred.
Knowledge. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they passed the test, Dex, by the way.
I'm
They
glad
passed
to
the
hear that. Glad to
Yeah.
hear. Maybe you should pick her up an autograph, Mark. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Mark Pengren says haunted pizza equals family. Absolutely, we're all one big family here.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, no. What was it? September we did that baseball game. That
Hmm.
was so much fun. That has to be like a yearly thing. We have to get a big group activity. You were asking me when am I going to have the haunted pizza Christmas party? I have to have that one year. I
Seriously.
want to. I want to rent the Monster Factory Wrestling, uh, and just have a big party there one year. That would
That'd
be
be great.
fun.
Yeah, you should fly Mark Ingrid out, fly Amanda B out.
uh, Amanda B says Google and IGG Indiegogo are not liking my searching for Koni, but I will persevere. Yeah, I'll drop a link in there. I have the page pulled up. Yeah, Koni Waves shadow ban since the launch. Dex Koni Waves has been
Um,
shadow banned. We're plugging away. I see Amanda B did find the link, so thank you, Amanda. I'll drop it
yeah,
in the chat again.
yeah,
Yeah,
that hurt a little bit, but still pretty successful.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Mark Penguin has it all figured out. Written by Mandy Summers, based on the story by Mark Poulton and his co-writer.
There you go.
Yep. Sheldon Martin, greatest signature award. Oh, that's got to be that Poulton P. Oh, speaking of testing nerd cred, uh, Missy Missy's in the chat. Still on that Tim Hortons high. Yeah, we had some Tim Hortons tonight after the signing. Thanks for joining us, Missy.
The Canadian coffee, Mark.
Yeah, yeah. There's one right by me.
Yeah, I know they just built it there. I saw.
Mark Pengren, I am literally in bed on my phone. Believe me, I'd rather be in bed. I go to bed early. Dex has you have to get up and start
Yeah,
loading up some UPS trucks, man, or people won't have Christmas.
2 in the morning. Yep, 2 in the morning. That's dedication, Mark.
I do not miss those hours, Dex.
The brutal, brutal. But like you
So
said, people need their Christmas presents.
I worked at UPS before Dex, and then Dex started. Dex is still there 20 years later, man.
Yeah, looking at the end game. Couple more years, I'm retiring, baby.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
But I loaded that CVS and Burlington Coat Factory truck for a year, and man, summertime, that Burlington Coat Factory truck sucked.
yeah,
All those back to school clothes, terrible.
yeah, yeah.
Amanda B says, I apologize. I did not know that Dak was Luke's gunner. Dex, I don't know if you'll forgive her or not, Dex.
Of course, I will. Not everyone's a Star Wars geek like myself. So
Penguin says, I didn't know that because I'm not a nerd.
exactly, exactly.
We got Duck Bacon in the chat. Hail Poulton, hail Dexter, hail chat.
What up, Duck?
So, guys, Koni Waves shipping now. The rest of the books come in this week. We have Renzo's cover arriving Tuesday. I believe we have Chris Graves' black and white cover arriving Tuesday. So more packages will go out. Still waiting on an estimate on the pinup book and the script book, but they should be arriving any day now. And then we'll be sending those Writhe Payne books off to the printer next. And speaking of Writhe Payne, still on Indiegogo in demand. I got to read, we talked about it a little bit, I think, but Chris and I got to read the first pass of your letters, and I was really happy with it. Just a few minor corrections, but I was more nervous about Chris reading it
Yeah,
because Writhe Payne was his baby that he brought to me. Originally, it was called a project. It was called Saving Grace, and I added my own spin to it. It became Writhe Payne, but I was nervous because I know it's Chris's baby. But he was really pleased. He complimented the script a lot. He liked a lot of the lore that I added to the book. I think we got another hit. Like I said, Koni Waves, Writhe Payne, 1A, 1B, best book of the year as far as I'm concerned.
yeah. 1-2 punch, Mark.
Yeah,
1-2
yeah,
punch.
and you got to. You worked on both of them. co-creator of Koni Waves, colorist and letterer, and you got to letter Writhe Payne, and you did a trading card
Yeah.
with us. What was your thoughts on Writhe Payne? You've got to sort of see it throughout
It's
production.
impressive. I mean, as an artist myself, and to just to see, other interpretations of somebody else's projects, it's fantastic. I love it. I think it's going to be another hit, Mark.
Yeah, we're going to close. Once we're about to send it off to the printer, we're going to close it out on John Malin's channel. We're hoping to coincide it with me being out in Michigan. That way we can do a whole like day of me live streaming while I sign Graveyard Shift books, and we'll close out Writhe Payne. We did that for Viking Wolf, and it was such a huge day for the book. Hopefully we can recreate that with Writhe Payne. So Chris, be ready when I'm out in Michigan. We'll be promoting Writhe Payne, and hopefully Koni Waves too. We'll still have that open. I'd like to see if we can close out Koni on Mandy's channel, since she was such a big part of Koni Waves.
Yeah, that would be great. We could do that.
Yeah, maybe get Dale Keown on the chat. You can rub elbows with Dale Keown, Dex.
Yeah, exactly.
But Writhe Payne also available on Fund My Comic. I'll drop the link in the chat, and then we're going to dive into this movie that I can't wait to talk about. It was Dex. Had you seen the movie before?
You know what? I don't know how I haven't seen it before. I mean, I've heard about it,
Yeah.
but no, I never saw it. So it was my first time viewing it. And
wow, because you're usually my go-to person for horror, so I would have thought.
I don't know how I missed it. I really don't.
It's right up your alley too, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I love
Yes.
Krampus. The other Krampus movies, one of my favorite holiday horror films. Yeah, I loved it.
So a Christmas horror story, starring William Shatner as the town DJ. Very similar to, I guess, like Tales of Halloween, where there's a town DJ who has these scenes spliced in between these different stories going on in this small town. But then overall, it's Christmas Eve, so you see Santa getting prepared to deliver the presents. It's big night at the North Pole, and one of his elves is ill. He doesn't have an appetite. He doesn't want any Christmas cookies, which is odd for him. And then he just snaps, and he like cuts his hands with a cleaver, and his blood's like spurting all over the place, getting on the other elves, and we got an infection underway at the North Pole, Dex.
Yeah, I thought it was great. That really was my favorite story out of all of them. I thought it was cool how they had different stories.
Yeah,
I wish they were somehow all connected.
Maybe
they were. I missed it, but just the Santa one was the best. I mean, obviously, and then I love the ending. I love the reveal and everything. That was really, really cool.
So I guess in a way they all were connected, because you had. So here's the stories. You had the kids that were investigating a killing at their school. And they were given the keys to the school by the daughter who was in the other story of the family that went to the grandmother's house asking for money.
Oh, see, I missed that. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so they kind of were connected then.
Although, I guess the
Changeling one, I didn't see the connection there.
Unless the cop was somehow twisted up in that killing at the school. I know Mark Pengard takes great notes on these. So maybe Mark, do you know how that story, the Changeling one? I think the Changeling one may have been the scariest story of all of them.
Yeah, when you see that little kid climbing on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So and also you have the story going on. It's subtle, but the one at the radio station where William Shatner's talking to his weatherman, who is just like F Christmas. He has things going on. Reminds me of my brother when his dog knocked over his Christmas tree, and he just picked the whole tree up, decorated, and threw it out his front door. I know Dexter Weeks loves that story.
Oh, that was great.
Let's see what let's catch up with the chat. Amanda B says I actually saw this movie before. Yeah, I watched it. This was like a Netflix movie that I caught maybe like 7 years ago. I watched it on Christmas Eve, and I absolutely loved it. I was like, I heard people on like Facebook talking about this movie, and I had to check it out, and I was not disappointed. Amanda says I had a sense on deja vu for like the first 15 minutes. So so when I watched the trailer, I was like, I think I saw this. Like the Santa stuff definitely looked familiar, but I forgot all about William Shatner as the town DJ. But then as I rewatched it again, and I was like, oh, I remember all of this.
So what was his weatherman? Wasn't he the Santa, or was that?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
he was,
the Santa story, Santa versus Krampus and the infection at the North Pole, was all in the weatherman's head.
right.
And he went on this killing spree at this big Christmas event that he was supposed to report in from. So he's dressed up as Santa. He's about to kill this innocent guy, and he's thinking it's Krampus he's about to kill.
Right.
And then it ends with, I guess, the police shooting him, and everything goes to black. But
Happy
yeah,
holidays.
I love stuff like that. But
Yeah, that
man,
was
I would
great.
have loved Krampus. Looked amazing, I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love a movie of Santa versus Krampus.
Just
And with
yeah, that
that
scene alone
storyline,
was worth a
they
movie.
could have did it.
Yeah, yeah. That whole scene was just worth
Yeah.
another movie on itself.
No, they could have did a whole movie, Santa at the North Pole under attack, almost like a Die Hard at North Pole.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those zombie elves are pretty cool too, man.
Yeah. Mark Penguin says the town in this movie is the same town for Ginger Snaps because
wow.
it's the same filmmakers.
Awesome.
Mark Penguin with the tidbits. He's stealing your bit, Dex.
I know the ice pick. I can't hang with the ice pick, man.
Sheldon says Shiny always loves Mrs. Claus's cookies. Sheldon watched it.
Poor Shiny.
Yeah, Amanda, be surprised by the Ginger Snaps reference. So
That's
good
awesome.
job, Mark. Sheldon says they were all connected, but you had to really pay attention. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the Changeling one.
Yeah.
Mark says Santa Claus seemed familiar, so I looked him up, and he is the voice of Beast from the 90s X-Men cartoon. Speaking of Beast from
the
X-Men,
imaginary Santa or the weatherman Santa?
they're the same person, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he played him. He just had like awesome makeup on in the
okay.
imaginary stuff versus Krampus. Speaking of Beast from X-Men, I went and saw Marvels yesterday, Dex.
And what did you think?
I actually liked it. I mean, I didn't think it was. I don't think it's one of Marvel's best movies.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserved all the hate it got. And that extra scene. I mean, spoilers now. The movie's 2 months
Yeah,
old.
it's been out for a while.
But yeah, Kelsey Grammer, Beast from the Fox X-Men movies. He makes an appearance in the extra scene. So we have the X-Men's universe. It's an alternate. It's part of the Marvel multiverse. Everyone's doing multiverse things, Dex.
Is that one of your favorite beasts, or do you like the newer beast?
You know what? I like Kelsey Grammer better.
Do
A
you
little
really?
older Beast. I like it.
I think he looks like him more too.
Yeah.
You know, like just that whole, I guess the old '90s comics looking beast.
Yeah. Amanda B says, and the police guy investigating the murder, that was the Changeling story. There you go.
Okay.
Mark says, and the dad cop is the one who found the dead kids.
Oh.
Oh, and I guess that caused him to take time off because he was traumatized by that case.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta watch it again, man.
It all comes together once the chat explains the movies to us
Yeah,
every week.
exactly.
Mark and Amanda should host this show. Oh, we should do that. We should be in the chat one day. Let Mark and Amanda host this chat. Host this show. That'd be hilarious.
You guys roll, man. You guys roll.
Sheldon says the daughter that stole the keys was the DJ's William Shatner's granddaughter.
Oh,
There you go. Interesting. Yeah, Dex and I are just discovering this as well. Sheldon says the family drove past the cop and his family when they went to chop down that tree.
I don't know.
Oh, right. I remember that
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
They were parked on the side of the road.
Sheldon hitting on all cylinders.
Sheldon storming Norman with Santa. Yep.
Right.
Surprised he didn't turn into Krampus since the Krampus spirit takes over angry people.
He
Yeah.
probably would have if he didn't get all shot up. Yeah.
Mm.
He got all.
Amanda B, did you all see Violent Night with Dave Harbor? That's a good one. Yeah, I love Violent Night. I can't wait to see Silent Night, the new John Woo movie.
I know. I heard it's pretty bad, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
I want to see it, man.
It's a,
I like the actor that stars in it, and I love the idea behind it. I believe
yeah.
there's no sound in the entire movie. Dex, is that correct?
Something happens. Yeah, like he loses his hearing or something. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. No, but Violent Night was pretty cool too. So I like that.
yeah, yeah. Last year was a good year for like horror-esque holiday movies. We had Violent Night, Christmas Bloody Christmas, and Mean One.
Right.
Uh, did you? I think we talked about it before, but did you see all three?
I didn't see Mean One. No.
Yeah. Mean One was probably the worst one out of the
Yeah.
group. I really like Christmas Bloody Christmas. Amanda B says, I didn't see that drive-by. Nice catch.
Yeah.
Sheldon says, that changeling story left me with a lot of questions. Who was that guy that was kind of helping her? Why was he kicking it and then tells her not to hurt it? I think he
Yeah.
sort of like, I don't know, was almost like a father figure to those changelings. Like he had a warning, don't come into my yard trespassing. So I think he like looked over them. And I think it's almost like I can like punish these guys, but you better not. But they gave her back her son. So that
Yeah.
story, I mean, her husband died, but she did get her son back.
And maybe he's just like a father figure. Because you remember, like
Yeah.
the one came up to the mother and
Yeah.
was kind of like very, I don't know.
So what do you think if you had to guess? What happens to that woman? How does she explain the death of her husband? Is she going to jail for that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There, like Sheldon said, there is a lot of questions,
Yeah.
with some of those stories, but it was still entertaining, regardless.
Amanda B says, sound yes, no spoken words.
Mm,
Hmm.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Sheldon says, then she shoots him and walks away with her kid. Well, the changeling gave her back her kid.
Right.
Yeah. Like I don't know. So he was like really evil, like when he was with the family, but when she returned him, he like showed some sympathy.
Yeah.
Or
He got
maybe
all soft.
maybe he didn't like his, that farmer guy that was like a father figure. So he was like, here's your thank you for killing this this guy who never lets us have any fun.
And maybe I missed another thing. Maybe the chat could figure out, like when the girl got pregnant at the end. What was that all about? Like, what was the
She was
kid?
carrying uh the girl who died at that school because she was like a 15-year-old mother. She's carrying her child.
It was just a regular. I mean, it wasn't like a demon or something or anything, like
Who
that.
knows, man?
Yeah.
Save that for a Christmas horror story
Part
too.
two.
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, Shatner's still alive, right?
I think he's still kicking. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but his character didn't die. We could get another one out there.
Sure. Sure. You can write it out, Mark. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Mark Penguin says he was leave due to mental issues, fake a suicide. Yeah, he's missing his hand though. That little changeling was chewing on his hand. How do you fake the suicide and say, oh yeah, he chopped his hand off too?
Right. Right.
Sheldon says that changeling was like, sorry, I killed your husband and chopped his hand off. Here's your
Yeah.
kid back.
That's
She
what it
didn't
was
seem
like.
to really like her husband anyway, so
Apparently, yeah.
I think she'll take the trade.
When he brought out that belt, that was it, man.
Amanda B says there's a part two. There's a
Wow.
Christmas horror story too. What? Is it on Tubi?
Yeah. Tubi have it?
Oh, there's room for a part two? Is that what she's saying? Don't get our hopes up like that,
I
Amanda.
know.
I would have rushed off and watched it tonight. I was like, I gotta see what happens. Sheldon says that pregnant girl claims she was a virgin but tried to abort it. Turns out her name is Grace.
Mm.
Hmm.
Like Writhe Payne Grace.
Yeah. So Grace killed Connor and Jenna because they couldn't get pregnant. There you
Okay.
go. Interesting. Sheldon, we could just, yeah, the chat,
Yeah.
Sheldon, Amanda, and Mark. We got to do a special episode where you guys review the movie and we'll hang out in the chat. And
Just listen. Yeah.
yeah. Mark says Shatner was really good, but his character was unnecessary. I think it would have been better as 4 separate stories, not going back and forth. But he was the tie to the Storm and Norman, the weatherman.
Yeah, but
And
I
feel,
agree. I mean, because once you got into the couple of the scenes, all of a sudden it just stopped and went to the next story. I
yeah.
agree with Mark. I think it should somehow been separated more.
Honestly, I would have just loved that Santa versus Krampus story and
Oh
get
yeah,
rid of everything.
that's
Like that,
one too. Yeah,
everything looked great, great with that. Like the sets, Santa's workshop,
yeah,
even the CGI stuff with the outside shots of the
hmm
workshop. I
yeah. It
thought
looked
it looked
cool.
epic. Yeah,
Yeah, it really did.
and that makeup for a Krampus, incredible.
And when he's like just chopping up all those L's, I mean, the effects there
Yeah.
are pretty decent too. So
Amanda B says that's why I corrected it. Sorry. Oh, you're forgiven. Maybe not for not knowing who Dak is, but you're forgiven for the
she's
for.
forgiven. Don't worry.
Dex says you are not. uh, Sheldon says that 5-minute opening was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So this is a great movie. Where would you put it in the movies we talked about? I say it's definitely in the top 5 of the movies we've
Yeah,
reviewed so far.
I agree. Yeah,
For the
and even
last,
for holiday horror films, it's
yeah,
up there. I mean, I really enjoyed it. So
yeah, it's up there. So we got this. Terrifier 2 has to be in our top 5.
without a doubt, yeah.
Maid Droid has to be in our top
That's
5.
in the moral compass top 5.
Hellfest, yeah, Hellfest. No, I'd probably put uh, Fog. I thought the Fog was really good. I don't know. So I forget some of the movies we watched already. I thought P2 was pretty good. The parking garage one.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
that's top 5 though.
Oh, Amanda B saying Maniac Cop. That would be in her top 5, I think. I know it would be in Nicholas Gears. He's the one who suggested the Maniac Cop
It is a classic, no
series.
doubt, man.
We got K Plan 1142 in the chat. What's up? Thanks for joining us. Amanda B said I like the Halloween anthology. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Mark agrees as well. Pumpkins definitely wouldn't be in our top 5. Next week's movie, I would say that would definitely hit our top 5. Next week's movie is Better Watch Out. I That's a Christmas staple. That movie
Yeah,
is fantastic.
I love that one too. So yeah,
Sheldon says, after the last few movies this club watched, I was surprised how much I liked this movie. Not a fan of Shark Side of the Moon, I take it, Sheldon. A lot of potential there.
yeah,
I'll fight on that hill till my death. A lot of potential with Shark Side of the Moon. Dex and I are already working on our space sharks.
just needs to be remade. That's all.
Yeah,
Remade.
they're gonna fly. They're gonna fly around in space in a giant pirate ship, and they're gonna be pirate space sharks. Dex.
There you go. An eye patch and stuff.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. There we go. It's already writing itself.
I'm telling you.
But yeah. Any final thoughts on A Christmas Horror Story? I thought acting fantastic,
I
special
like,
effects fantastic.
yeah, I like the music too. It was like creepy,
Uh huh.
like they were just playing like a regular holiday song, but it was very like creepy and atmospheric. So yeah, I like the music in the beginning and end.
And I thought it did have some scares with definitely the Changeling story.
Yeah, and
Maybe a little bit of scares with the kids in the basement of the school.
yeah,
But
they're like
yeah,
little cheesy jump scares, like.
yeah.
But it worked. Yeah, I think it worked.
Sheldon says, "LOL, that Russian-speaking girl that was born on the moon completely lost her accent at the end of the movie."
Yeah, she just said forget about it. So
She was giving birth to all her shark babies.
yeah,
Things happen when that happens.
yeah,
But I have the trailer pulled up for Better Watch Out.
yeah.
We're gonna play it now, guys. I'm telling you, when I watched this 2 years ago on Christmas, and it blew me away. It wasn't what I was expecting, and I absolutely loved it. So I hope if you haven't seen it yet, you love it as much as I do. But here it is. Better Watch Out trailer. Here we go.
Want to put her in the mood? Watch a horror movie.
Dude, she's like twice our age. I really don't think it's gonna happen.
She's here.
You are breathtaking.
Thank you. Now don't stay up and watch scary movies, okay? It'll give you nightmares again.
So what do you want to do?
Ricky, why can't you just leave me alone?
He's such a jerk.
Don't hang up on me.
What was that? Oh my god.
Get away from the window.
There's someone there.
Ashley! Are you hiding? I'll find you.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. This is exciting.
What you say? What are you doing, man? Please let me out of this.
You're home alone again? That's awesome! Why can't exes just go away? Good night.
There you go. Better Watch Out. I think the trailer may have given a little too much away because I went into the
Yeah, you
movie
went
not
blind.
knowing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike McMahon says, I saw this. It's pretty messed up. Yeah, go into this not knowing anything. It is a messed up movie. Last Christmas, Chris and I went down to visit Sean in Delaware, and we watched this around that time. And we watched it for while we were down there for Ocean City Comic Con, and they were like blown away how effed up the movie was.
Should be a good one.
Speaking of Mike McMahon, U.S. Assassin 4 Dogs of War launches January 12th on Michael Bancroft's channel. It's going to be a dual launch with Relentless Tin Soldier 3. We're offering a U.S. Assassin trading card set. If you also back Relentless Tin Soldier, you'll get 3 extra cards to that set. You'll get Relentless Tin Soldier, Captain Battle, and Man of War. So definitely want it. That trading card looks awesome. Well, we went over it on Revolution, going through the errors that need to be made, but I got the corrected versions today, and I'm so excited. I love the comic trading cards from the 90s, especially the G.I. Joe set from 1991, and I pay homage to those cards with the designs of these ones. So I can't wait to get that out to people. Duck Bacon says, wow, in regards to Better Watch Out. Sheldon says, better watch out, more like better watch this.
It's a good one.
Take good notes, Sheldon. I like your your tidbits and analysis on this week's movie. K Plan says it looks cool. Yeah, it's a good one, man. We have some good movies this month. Christmas Horror Story, Better Watch Out, and then the next 2 weeks we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Probably won't be as good as the other movies. And then Christmas Eve, we're talking Jack Frost, the not the Michael Keaton Jack Frost, but the 1997 Killer Snowman Jack Frost. The Blu-ray features commentary by our friend Newt Wallen.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Him and a couple of his old friends, they did commentary for it because I think they would review like cult movies. So they got hired to do the commentary for that. So Newt Wallen, the co-writer of my Koni Waves screenplay, guys, if you want to check out the Jack Frost Blu-ray, he has commentary on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He also has a movie on Tubi that he wants us to watch for the show. Just trying to find a time to watch it. I don't think it'll be one of the ones that is universally liked, but it's called Swamp Zombies 2. I think our Koni Waves co-creator Steve Sestilli did the movie poster artwork for it.
Yeah, we should do that. Do
Yeah.
it new. Yeah, he just did a new movie called Triple Xmas, whatever.
Yeah, I backed it. It was a crowdfunder, so I'm looking forward to Triple Xmas.
Yeah,
and I think his new movie. I saw Steve did the poster for it, Vampire.
Oh yeah,
a vampire van.
Little van, yeah.
The artwork looks amazing.
Yeah, Steve's killing it. Yeah, he is.
Man, to be sharing the link. Don't forget about JT. Don't be a bum. Back type 1. Yeah, Sean's away this weekend. His brother-in-law had his grand opening for his new collectibles shop. So shout out to Sean's brother-in-law. I hope the opening went well. He invited me whenever I want to do a signing there. So thank you very much.
And where's that at, Mark? You said?
It's up in North Jersey, I believe.
North Jersey? Okay.
Sheldon says JT is Sean. Yes. Amanda calls him JT, short for Justin Timberlake. Because Sean likes to think he's Justin Timberlake. He had a resemblance back in the day when he had his frosted tips. When Sean had hair back in the day.
True.
I had frosted tips back in the day. I just came across one of those pictures. When I met Roddy Piper, I had my frosted tips. Not my best look. Mark says Sean's the cutest little guy. He's not JT. He's the cutest little guy. But I think that'll do it this week for the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. Make sure to watch Better Watch Out next week. We had a great discussion on A Christmas Horror Story, one of the best movies we've watched here. It's a shame Chris didn't join us because I know he watched it and loved the movie. Amanda B says just the tip. Yeah.
Exactly.
K-Plant says looking forward to Koni Waves. It should be, if you backed, you should be getting that shipping notification soon. Amanda B got 4 of them somehow. I don't know why she got 4. I did have to correct her address, so I could understand why she got a second shipping confirmation. Who knows? Maybe I was just clicking print.
She deserves it, though. She deserves it.
But yeah, check your mailboxes, your email mailboxes, and your literal mailboxes for Koni Waves shipping right now. So proud of this book, Dex.
Yeah.
Killer job on the colors and letters. Everyone knocked it out of the park on this. I'm so proud of this book.
Yeah, me too.
Amanda says, I'm getting lots of Koni. All right, Dex, where can people find you at?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Dexter Weeks 6975, Facebook, Dexter Weeks, and Twitter, aka X, is Dexter Weeks Art _art.
And you'll be at Ocean City Comic Con this coming Saturday in the Haunted Pizza Row with me, Chris Grays, Enrico Botta, and Sean Arendt. Also, guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Koni Waves. Koni Waves in demand on Indiegogo. Book is shipping now. Go back. It's still time to grab yourself a copy. Also on my Haunted Pizza llc.com website. You can get the Ocean City Comic Con exclusive black and white Irene Strakalski cover to Koni Waves. Going fast. We'll have them at Ocean City on my table and Dex's table, so check it out if you're there. Also, Writhe Payne on Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. We're wrapping up the letters. I'm going to probably go over the letters tonight, and we'll hopefully send this a bad boy off to the printer too. Like I said, 1A, 1B for best book of the year as far as I'm concerned. Graveyard Shift, Omega Storm, that can fight for third place. But that's a great book as well. John killed it on the story, and Tommy Patterson killed it on the artwork. But yeah, busy time for Haunted Pizza. Thank you everyone for joining us this week. Amanda B, thank you for sharing the links. We'll see you this Wednesday for Revolution, and next Sunday for Better Watch Out. Thanks again, guys.
All right, take care.